In America, we are so fortunate to have so many choices, but sometimes those choices lead to division. You have your Coke people and your Pepsi people. You'll have your Ford guys and your Chevy guys. And in the firearms world, you'll have your Sig guys and your HK guys. So Sig Sauer has introduced a new striker-fired handgun to the highly competitive striker-fired market. But I guess they figured HK made one, so they had to have one as well. We recently had the opportunity to test one of these new Sig P320s, and it was very impressive. The firearm was totally reliable, not even a single hiccup in the over 500 rounds that we put through the gun. We had the compact medium model, and the ergonomics are very good. Controls are ambidextrous, with the slide release on both sides and the magazine release being capable of flipping from one side to the other for lefties. It also has a standard Picatinny rail on the front for mounting lights or other accessories. The slide has Sig's nitron coating on it and some pretty aggressive lines for Sig. Accuracy is of course excellent out of the Sig, and I'd say that's better than most of the competition on the market. Sig also likes to make a big deal out of the fact that you can disassemble the firearm without pulling the trigger. Let's talk about modularity for a second. Sig's way of tackling this is unique and does make this easily the most modular and adaptable firearm on the market. After field stripping the firearm, pulling out the takedown lever lets you remove the trigger assembly. This is actually the serial numbered firearm as the ATF sees it, and this allows you to have different size grips and even go from a compact to a full size with technically the same gun. One neat way to utilize this is, say you want to carry a compact all day, but when you get home you'd like to have a full size in the nightstand. Well, now you can do all of that with just this one gun. While this is a very neat and interesting way to address this issue, I also feel that it could be a double-edged sword, and we'll just have to see how it works out for Sig. You see, while you can change out all of these parts, they will all cost you extra money on top of the price you've already paid for the firearm, where guns like the HK VP9 are highly customizable right out of the box. Now, of course, it won't go from a compact to a full size, but the VP9 does give you a lot of choices for about the same price as a P320. And some consumers, I think, may get frustrated if they just want to change the grip size on the P320 and have to drop an extra $40 or $50 just to do that. Anyway, it's a very innovative idea, and I think that only time will tell on how accepting the consumer will be with it. I do think this will be a huge hit in other countries where you're limited to the number of guns you can own, because this one gun can be many different sizes. Okay, let's talk about the trigger for a second. I want to start off by saying that it is a very, very good trigger. And I think this is one of those touchy areas where if you're a Sig guy, you like the P320 trigger better, and if you're an HK guy, you like the VP9 trigger better. I'm probably leaning toward the VP9's trigger as the best striker-fired trigger because to me it has a crisper break. But it is close. And for all you Walther guys out there, the PPQ is right in contention too. I think instead of arguing about which of these new striker-fired guns is the best trigger, I just hope that the rest of the pack takes notice and reworks their triggers. Wouldn't it be nice if this type of trigger was the norm on a striker-fired gun and not an exception? So Sig has jumped into the striker-fired market, and at least in my opinion, I'd say that they're towards the top of the pack. Me personally, if I could only have one, I'd probably stick with my VP9, but the P320 is a very close competitor, and I think that Sig has a hit on their hands.